going on YouTube, social media, anybody who might be watching this. This is going to be a how-to video on how to install camber shims on the rear of your MK4 GTi Jettas. The reason I'm doing this video is because these axle beams are fixed and there's absolutely no way to adjust camber if you're going for alignment, or if your alignment is off. So you kind of got to deal with it. Install washers, whatever. There's aftermarket things out there that you can install. This is probably like the cheapest option just to get your alignment corrected. Alright, so after you get the wheel off, jack the car up, remove the two 13mm guide bolts that's holding the caliper onto the bracket. One up top here, the other one down here. Now, there is the parking brake cable back here. You just have to lift it up and unhook it from this. You have to bring the e-brake down if you have it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try that. I didn't get to that right now. Real easy, just grab a screwdriver, pry it under there, lift down, and then lift up. There we go. This brake, just lift up. Okay. And after unhooking this, there is a clip down here that just keeps the e-brake cable connected to the caliper. That way it doesn't move a lot, and then you can just leave it alone, pull it out the way, whatever you want. But after you do all that, just loosen up the 13mm guide bolts all the way. Just pull the caliper up out the way. I would just like tuck it in the back somewhere for now, actually, because you have to get to these bolts in the back. Just like gently rest it somewhere in the meantime. Now, after you take the guide bolts out, you're gonna have to take out the mounting bracket bolts out. Those are 8mm Allen head. Top, and then the other one is on the bottom. You'll see it, just gotta look for it. I would put the caliper back on a little bit so you can reach it. Slightly tough angle to get to, but it's doable. Man, these are tight. Okay. Pull that mounting bracket out. I would try to keep the pads in the same orientation as they were, so leave the back in the back and the front to the front. Pull this rotor up, take out the screw, then pull the rotor out, put it somewhere gently. It's not gonna get warped or anything like that. Now you're at this stage, okay? There's 3 different ways to do this, okay? 2 of them involves a hub puller. First way is just pull the whole hub out. People say that damages the wheel bearing or destroys it, so at that point you might as well just replace the whole wheel hub. The second option is using the wheel hub puller, pulling it out a little bit, and getting enough space just to fit a box wrench or a certain whatever wrench you can't fit into these little bolts or this tight area right here. I believe there is a 16 millimeters for these bolts. Or the third option, you can buy this special SPC spanner wrench from Euro Tuning, ECS Tuning. It's really simple. People say that you still don't get enough space, so you still have to use the hub puller. But what I do is I go in there, loosen all 4 of them up as far out as I can, pull the hub back out, and then just keep doing that process until the hub is out all the way. I already did it one time. I added a camber shim. So when I took it for the alignment, the camber was great, but the toe was off, so I ended up buying another toe to correct the alignment, and yeah. There we go. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. There is the ABS sensor in the back. Just lift the tab up and then pull it out. There we go. This one sits right on the top there. You'll see it. All right. So yeah, you can see where this is for the negative camber. All right. So yeah, that's how you get it. The hub out with that special spanner wrench. Again, I'll post a link to the description somewhere in the videos, at the end of the credits, or somewhere, so you guys can see it. All right, so also when you take this out, I'd recommend going over it with like 500 grit sandpaper or a wired brush, just to get out all whatever was there, the remnants. Now, to install the other shims. Now, SPC said that you can put a maximum of 2 shims onto these. So, I put a -degree camber and a -degree toe. So it's gonna be sitting like this. The negative goes towards the front for the toe, which is thicker. Positive obviously goes to the back, and then the camber, obviously the thicker part, goes to the bottom for negative camber, and to the top for positive. So this will be seating like this. After you install these washers or these shims, you will need the special washers that you need that comes with these. They're like a set, because your rotor will be hitting onto the hub. Your rotor will be binding with the mounting brackets of the caliper, and it'll warp the rotors, which I've kind of learned from experience. I'll show it to you right now. So this area right here is kind of where the mounting area, the caliper mounting bracket and the rotor was touching, so it was binding, kind of warped it. I ended up buying some drill and slotted rotors that I'm not going to put in yet until I get the fronts. But yeah, just food for thought. I don't want you guys to make the same mistake as me. If you guys have a nice expensive rotor on the back installed there. Time to put everything back now. The rotor. I would do these hand tight. Alright, that's good. Now we can come with the So these are the specific washers that you need. They come in various sizes. Same company, SPC. So right now, what I gotta do is I gotta gauge which one works best, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so I figured out the best combination of, let me just let the wind die down. Found the best combination of washers to use. They give you a diagram here with numbers and specs. And so I use the number 2 on the lower because that's where the negative camber is. It's the thickest part of the pad, so I put a little thicker washer there. And then I put the size 1 on the top just because when I added the toe camber, it was a little thicker on the top right corner, so it gives enough space. So just make sure after you install everything, spin the rotor around, make sure nothing is binding, nothing is touching, nothing is scratching, so you won't get these like I did. And that's your install. You're all set with the camber shims. Sorry about the wind, sorry about the cars. I'm working outside, so I'm kind of doing what I got, but just make sure with the lower cable, feed it through the hole. There. So get back on over. Put the clip on the bottom. Put your wheel on and you're all set. So that's how you do the rear camber shims on a Mark 4 Jetta or GTi. Again, you can buy these things at Euro Tuning, ECS Tuning. I'll post a link down below with the spanner wrenches and the shims as well as the washers. I mean, if you go to the website, it'll pretty much tell you exactly what you need. But I'll leave a link there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first YouTube video. I'll try to make more of these as more issues arise or more mods come around where I feel like putting them on. Kind of see where I go from here. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.